Hal here with more Space Engineers. Yay! And as you can see, we've gotten a bit done on the ship. Just a little bit. So we'll talk about where we're going with this thing. Get a little bit more done. And I don't know. Maybe blow some stuff up. We'll see. First, we have to get started. So let's go. So, happy Wednesday, everybody. Hopefully you're having a fantastic day and a terrific week, and that everyone is staying safe and, well, mostly sane. You know, we're on day whatever of this quarantine. Oh, so, we have gotten a little bit done on the framework of this ship. And like we said on Monday, we're thinking that this is probably going to be mostly the front end of the vehicle. So what we're doing is we're planning on having this have a bit of a cowling that'll come out a little bit here. Now, I don't know exactly how far it's going to come out, but it's going to come out at least to this point before it drops down, because we want to keep it away from the pistons, because with the pistons we can get away with stuff on this portion of the piston, but not on this portion, because what it'll try and do is it'll try and latch onto the piston head, and that'll cause all sorts of problems. Realistically, you don't really want things on the side of the piston either, but we're gonna make do with it. So it's one of those, if we need to, we can, but again, you don't want to take it onto that second block if you can avoid it at all. Okay. And then what I'm thinking is we're going to have something that drops down, probably around this level or so. And then one of the things that I had thought about doing, and I still may, is actually taking the hangar doors, let's grab those, and replacing the blocks that are here. But the problem that we run into is, again, we run into that whole, we don't want anything on this portion of the piston. So we would end up having problems. So what I'm thinking is this is probably going to end up being left open to space. And I'm kind of hesitant to do that, because especially on the front of the vehicle, because if you have anybody, you get into any kind of combat, you're going to have people that are basically going to go straight through here, and they're going to launch whatever weapons they have. Now, one of the reasons why I was thinking about having the hangar doors like that was because if we do this, let me grab, this one should be okay, and one here. So if we did it like this, right, basically this will take up this position, and that'll take up this position. So realistically, with them closed, with everything closed up, and these extended, you're going to have a wall here. And that's another reason why I'm kind of wanting to bring this out as kind of a shroud over the open portion. Because what we would end up with is, let's go here, is basically you would have some kind of protection, some kind of shroud design there. And then on this side, we would do the same thing. And this would come down like so. And again, this is not anywhere near what a final design would look like. Just basically just giving you an idea of how we would protect parts of this. Realistically, I would probably end up with something like the two-part reps, and maybe have the upper portion here, the larger portion on the outer piece here, and then on the inner piece, do the, what is it, the half wedge, the half ramp wedge. Basically this part here. Yeah, the half slope. But like I said, I'm not sure how I want to handle this. It's obviously going to take a little bit of finesse. And part of the problem that we're going to run into is obviously this is going to always remain open. But at the same time, the odds of somebody getting a shot in here, could it happen? Yeah, it could, but it's just, is it realistic? I don't know. We'll have to find out. Oh, all right. Okay, so that gives us our, the beginnings of what the lines might look like. And I am kind of happy with that line. And I think that with this having the whole, basically a retractable jaw like that, I think that once we get a little bit, get everything welded up in here, this is going to, it should look pretty interesting. And what I'm thinking is for the exterior piece, because I think everybody knows I hate long lines of flat planes, and even though this has got a curve to it, it's still a lot of plane in here. And so what I'll probably do is figure out an area, maybe like, say, start here, and then like every 5th block or so, or 6th block, put in some rib work, just to give it a little bit more visual depth. And we'll walk through all of that now. I've actually used this particular shape before, and I've done rib work based off of that. And I'm trying to figure out if I want to do, how I want to do the rib work. One of the things that I would do, let's see here. So if we went, let's say from this block. Alright. Alright, so what we would probably do is have, say something like this, and then have that come out. Let me show you here. Let's turn off the auto rotate. And then we could either reverse this, so you end up with something that goes, let's see here. If I was going to do this, I'd probably go I would probably do something along these lines. Might even take that piece out. Let's go like so. So you end up with something along those lines. Might even do that. And then just to show you what that would look like, I think I have enough plates for this. Like I said, this doesn't mean this is what we're going to do, but I'm thinking maybe something like this. I might even, instead of that, let's take some of this out. What if we did this instead? So if we did that, See, normally what I'll do is when I'm doing these types of things, I'll start from one side, not from both sides. But this time, you know what? Hell with it. Alright. And then maybe something like this. I don't like that. Alright, so I mean, we could just keep it simple. And then for the interior piece here, I mean, I guess I could actually just do that. How does that look?
Energy low.
Remember, we're just trying to get an idea of what this is going to look like, right? Yeah, that actually works out pretty well. I do actually like the way that whole thing came together there. Can I get, oh, I can. That could work. That could actually work fairly nicely. Now I'm curious. Let's get the spotlight, because that will allow us to... Okay, we do have parts. So the question is what would we be able to do for lighting here? Obviously wouldn't be able to get away with that. Construction components are her. I guess it helps if we actually have the parts. Let's go ahead and just grab 10 of those because we don't need many. Let's grab a little bit of power really quick. Oh. So it has been a rather long week. While we have a couple minutes here, I want to thank everybody who has recently joined the community and the folks that have come back, as well as the folks that have kind of stuck with us through the whole thing. I know it's been a lot of trying times for a lot of people, so it is greatly appreciated. For the folks who are new to the group, well, welcome. Hopefully you're enjoying it and you'll continue to enjoy it. So, yeah, I'm kind of liking the way that looks. Alright, so we can we get away with that? No, it's not gonna let me do it. Alright, so I can get that, I can get that. Might have to go that way. What could be interesting is if we, let's see, we did what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if we do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we're basically going to repeat that here. Alright, so if we do that, we're going to load up the spots here as well. Because what I'm curious about is, or what I'm thinking I may do here is, let's get this done real quick, is if we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, take this out here. And let's say there. Can I reverse that angle? There. There. Alright, so let's get some... need more steel plates. Alright, you'll see what I'm... hopefully you'll see what I'm thinking here. Yes, this does qualify as greebling. No, I am not apologetic. What an idiot. Yeah, so what I'm kind of thinking here is that we do something like this. Let me grab the parts for this. I'm gonna have to get a solar panel on this thing in the near future. Oh, okay. We have so much material. I am so not worried about things being able to be produced right now. Oh, that should look good. So what I wanted to do, and I'm probably going to actually move this back one so that there will be 6 spaces, and recreate that arch here. All right, let's try it really quick. Okay, and then that comes out. That'll stay. You come out. Alright. So you go there. You go there. You go there. Right? Okay. So that's there. There. There you go. So we're gonna drop that in, and then we're gonna do this. Load some of this stuff up. Right, and so then you have basically something casting light down the length of this. I think I like that. I think I like that a lot. And then the idea is here is that you're kind of hiding it, but at the same time you're not. I may actually move this over one so that it's sitting in there, and then change some of this around so that it's basically scalloped into it or scooped into it to hide it a little bit better. I mean, we could even sink it down one. That might not be a bad idea, actually, sinking it down.
Energy low.
So if we do that, and then here we do there you go. That could be interesting. Alright. Time shift really quick. Time shift too far. Okay. Right, so with that, if we do... Actually, let's get in here where we can kind of see what's going on. We want this offset's going to be forward of the light. It's 160. Alright, let's see what that looks like. Yeah, see, it's not going to give me quite what I was looking for. Alright, so that's going to have to come up, or we're going to have to... So if we do there...
Energy critical.
Yeah, I'm liking that better. Okay. Oh. It's daytime again. My poor solar panels are sitting there going, what is he doing? Alright, let's grab some more power.
No station fuel.
Yeah, it's because I have something with the reactor. The reactor's turned off. Alright. So I think that is what's gonna do. I think that's what we're gonna do for our plan. Let me know. So, you know, I like to try and keep things a little bit interactive down here. So in the comment section below the video, let me know if you like that ribbing structure or not. And if you have any ideas or suggestions for the lights, let me know. I am trying to keep the build mostly vanilla. I haven't really been using any special blocks other than the DLC that's available. And for the folks that are playing on Xbox, yes, I know, unfortunately, you're not going to be able to use the DLC currently. But the folks at Keen Software have said that they are working on getting the blocks in as soon as possible. Because right now, I think you have the first 3 DLCs, the 4th one being the ones that came out with the Frostbite update, is the one that it hasn't been added to that yet. But the expectation is that it will make it there. There's also, for those who are playing on the Xbox, if you are wanting to use modded blocks or import mods, if you go over to mod.io, there's actually a Space Engineer section over there with all sorts of stuff available for you. They don't have scripts because the scripting on Xbox is annoying. It's not something that they can support right now. But what they're talking about doing is actually including scripts or popular scripts into the vanilla game. I'll put links to both the mod.io section as well as the official forums for the script requests. Both of those will be in the description of this video, so if you want to check those out, definitely go over there and pay the folks at Keen a visit in both of those locations. Alright, so that gets us a light system, and I will reproduce this on the other side. I'm not going to do that on camera because you just watched me do it here for the last 15-20 minutes. We are going to turn that spotlight off though, because we don't want it killing batteries. We have enough of that going on already. Alright, so let's go with, we did both of those are going to come out. And there. I need steel plates. That figures. But yeah, I'm thinking I'm liking the way that that's working out. I also like the fact that, yes, you can actually walk through here. The only portion of it I'm not really sold on is the spotlight. Actually, I need to go get more plates anyway. Let's grab some plates. Alright. So, grab those. Oh. Now, for those who are curious, I'm actually not playing the Xbox version of Space Engineers, mainly because I don't have an Xbox. But, yeah, even if I did, I probably wouldn't play it. So unfortunately, I can't give you any tips on like controls or how to use certain shortcuts. But the Keen Software forum, which like I said, the link for which will be in the description of the video, it does have sections for folks on the Xbox side. So if you're looking for tips or control ideas on like for control configurations or whatever, take a visit over there. Like I said, I'm not quite sure exactly how configurable or modifiable all that's going to be, but the folks over there will be glad to help you out with it. The nice thing about the Keen Software games, specifically Space Engineers, the community is really supportive. So it's nice being part of the community, simply because of the fact that it's one of the few games that has been out for so long on the PC that doesn't have a toxic community. So, now to be fair, I am part of the problem in a lot of games, so I'm not knocking anybody here. Oh, but you know, it is nice to see that the community has stayed as positive as it has for as long as it has with the developer. Not saying they're not without problem, but you know. Alright, so that gets us here. Get some more of this welded up. I may come back and do something with this. It may just be like changes in coloring. Like I may just paint it differently. I don't know. But I do like the way that the ribbing has come out. So let's go a little bit of a more... I'm going to see if this works. This used to work. And I'm curious to see if there's enough variation here to... There we go. Let's get all the stuff off. That might work, because that's just subtle enough. Because you can see it from here. If you look at the rib on the right, the center rib, and the rib on the left, you see how the rib on the left just kind of blends into it, and the center rib and the rib on the right has just enough of a difference in tone that it looks like it's sticking out a little bit better. So if we do the same here, yeah, I like that. It does definitely change the presentation. Let's change you back. Yeah, I'm liking that. I think that looks much better. And for those who are watching at home, if you don't see much of a color difference there, don't worry about it. YouTube washes everything out, so... I may come back through and darken up the rest of this, like the rest of the whole, because we do have some paint options too. So I could go... I guess we could even go like this. I mean, make it really obvious. Yep. Get a couple more in here. I'd have to get in there and get the other ones in there, but that's fine. Yeah, I have to say, I think I do like the way that that all looks. And then you are going to be the old one with no retexture. All right. Doesn't look like there was much of a change there, but okay. Whatever. Oh, man. Okay. So what do y'all think? Let me know. Back. Let's take a screenshot of that. Alright. So, yes. Okay. Oh, what I'm going to do is I think we're going to call this one here. Like I said, we didn't get a whole lot done because it's mostly been filling in spaces, and you know, we're working on some of our like general design. One of the reasons why I want to get some of this stuff like these, like this ribbing system figured out first, is because this is going to impact the rest of our build. These types of elements, we're going to carry it through as much as possible on the rest of the ship. And in order to do that, we kind of have to have it identified now, so that when we go to do the next portion, which is going to be our winglet area, I believe. I'm trying to figure out if I want to make, how much longer I want to make that. Because what I'm thinking is, let's grab, how many plates do I have? Oh, I got plenty of plates, okay. So if we bring this back to say here, and again, this is just a rough block end, don't assume this is where everything's going to end.
Low.
Thinking we go, let's see, that's our center line. So let's bring this back. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11. That should be good. And then the reason why I'm thinking this is because we're going to put turrets on the top. We're going to put turrets on the bottom too, but we're going to put turrets up here. Actually, do I want to do this on the top? Because I'm kind of thinking, because we were talking about having a manufacturing or fabrication system. And I may make this area the fabrication system. This might be the fabrication area. And if we do fabrication here, how do we want to do that? Basically, we're going to have a place. We're basically going to have a place where a projector is going to have to reside. And then that projector is going to have to be positioned so that when it has when it's turned on and it's actually showing the weld area, the weld area is going to have to be close enough to a portion of the ship that is disposable. Basically, you can only weld blocks that are in contact with existing blocks.
Energy critical.
So if we want to do this as the fabrication area, what I will probably need to do... How many did we do? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13. Because I want to be able to fabricate something as big as like this. And that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So it'd have to be 27, right? Yeah, 27 in length. That's 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. $28, $29, just because I like having a little extra space in there. Whoop. All right. So yeah, I was gonna call the crap.
Energy.
Damn it, Hal. All right.
Your health is low.
Oh. Okay, we just want to get a little bit of power, and then we're gonna run our butts over to one of the med bays. I really need to put a med station out here because the closest one that's easy to get to is over here. It's like I've got them all over the base, but they're in just like randomly weird places. That makes sense if you're inside the base, but if you're outside the base, you know. Because we've got one here, we've got one up there. Actually, I think that might be the only other one I've got over here. Is there any place I can throw one in here? I guess I could chuck one in there somewhere, but I kind of like the way that came out. I don't really want to have another spawn point in there. So if we do that, you are going to come down like this, so. Alright, and then, because you are there, that's... So this is basically going to have blast doors back here. And you are going to have, you're basically going to be the window. We need to be able to get from here aft. So maybe do... stairs here, like up, around, and over. Let's get you out. Do I not have any interior? Oh, I don't have any interior plates. Okay. Let's grab these really quick. Sure. We're gonna refill our tanks really fast. Simply because we are here and because we can. Get that. Alright. And yes, I know I could have flown through there. So you guys are going to be... I mean, I guess we could even do that if we wanted to be silly. But just trying to get an idea. What I'm probably going to end up doing is putting windows down the length of this. Yeah, putting windows down the length of this and having it set up so that there's basically a double walkway here. But for now, there is actually a... Oh, crap. Damn, auto rotate. There is actually a mod that somebody took the passageway block and basically expanded it out to include a bunch of windows, and like they're sealed. They've got some of the passageways with lights. I mean, they turned it into a full-on proper mod, like a block mod pack. Really, really well done. All right. So, alright, and that gives us a passageway that we'll be able... And like I said, basically I'll probably have walkways here. And then mount windows to the side of it. So you'll be able to walk through and see whatever the ship is working on. And then this will be a double wide passage. I may put... I mean, I guess I could put a window down the middle to separate it, so you basically have passageways going both directions. I don't know. I'll think about it. Let me know. Throw your feedback down in the comment section. Alright, so if we do that, this is going... That's going to be there, so this is... Alright, and then this is going to be... Kind of curious to see just how much... Oh, hello. So if we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. How tall is this guy? You're going to be from here. Okay, so it's going to be 1, 2. All right, that's one block there. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, that works. Look at you. And how wide is it at the widest here? I know I counted this out before. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's 21. Right? 18, 19, I guess. Yeah, 19. Because if that's 9, or that's 10 there, so 18, yeah, 19. Okay. So if it needs to be 19 wide, so we'll say 20 wide, which is, I think, the width of this, right? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes, yes it is. And that's probably going to change. Alright. Okay, so we said that's 20. So from here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So that gives us 1 piston in some room, 2 piston in some room. Which, if we do 2 pistons there, let's go. Actually, let's come back a little bit further. All right. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to add this. We're going to put 2 of these on here. Mainly because of the fact that I actually do have to have the parts for these, because I need to put 2 of these together. Because we're going to test something. I'm going to make sure that we can get all of... crap. I don't actually... The heads... We don't need the piston head. That's fine. Okay, so if we do... piston... And again, these are just tests. It's not anything to, you know, be absolutely sure is going to be what we're wanting. But alright, so we don't care about the piston head, we only care about the pistons. Alright, and we're going to call this weld piston lower. And you are going to be weld piston upper. There we go. And we are going to tell you to reverse. And we're going to tell you to reverse. Because what we're doing is we're checking the range. Now each piston will give you 10 meters. Alright. So we've got 20 meters worth of piston here. What we want to do is we want to make sure that this is going to get within about 1 block of here. Oh, look at you. Aren't you a precious little thing? So I can, if I move that over 1 block, that'll get to exactly where we need it to be. Okay, so that tells me that this is actually going to be there. Awesome. And now that we know that, we can come over here, take you apart, take you apart. Alright.
Energy low.
Now the reason that's important is because that's going to tell us basically how much room we need on the central piece of the chassis in order to get the welders in here and be able to weld this thing up. You know, so we can have a functional shipbuilding facility. That works really well, actually. Okay. And the welders are technically 3x3 off the face. So we'll be able to do that. There you go. And I'll probably do 1 there. So what I'm thinking here is we'll end up with pistons in an array like that. That way they have overlap, and we'll do that all the way down the length of this thing. If I need to add another piston here Actually, I won't be able to because that's going to be a wall here. So that's probably about the closest we're going to get then. Okay. Because this will be the wall. That'll be the space. Yeah, so that should work. And what we're going to do is we're going to repeat this over on the other side. And we'll have just literally a giant wall of welders on this thing. And then when we have everything in, I'll show you how to set up a welder array so we can have this thing automatically produce for us. Now, I may, for doing that, we did a couple of extra blocks out here.
Energy critical.
And we're going to come back and put all this stuff in here. I'm not too worried about it right this second. Alright, so that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, okay. So we're going to skip one from where it is. Just down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And what we'll end up with, yes, I know I'm about to start taking damage from, okay, so that's top, that's front. Okay. Is that right? Yes, top. Front. Okay, so for those who can see what I'm looking at, you'll notice there's 2 gray bars on the top and bottom of that face of what's pointing towards the front of the ship. That tells you, because that's the only one that's like that,
No
that's the
energy.
front. The one with the 4 is the top. Ah, yes, I know. Get to the chair. All right, so that ended up taking much longer than I was expecting. So we are going to call this one here. I'm going to thank you all for stopping in. Hopefully you enjoyed it. And maybe you learned something today. If you did enjoy it, you want to see more, or just want to be nice, make sure you hit that subscribe button if you are enjoying the content and you think it's worth sharing out there. Don't forget to hit that like. And if you have any questions or comments, any general feedback, if you're just looking for, other channels, if you think there's any, I can recommend something, feel free to ask. That's what that comment section's for. And I do enjoy the interactivity that it provides. On that note, we're going to get out of here. When we come back next time on Friday, I should have at least the framework for the 3D printer in place. And we'll probably end up talking about how to set up a system that will do that'll use the pistons and welders in order to do manufacturing for you. So you won't have to control the pistons; it'll control themselves. All right. On that note, we're out of here. Hope you all have a fantastic day. Thank you again for stopping in, and we'll see you back here on Friday for more Space Engineers. As always, folks, take care and be safe out there, everybody. Whew. We've got a bunch more stuff to get in, and I still have to get the framework in for the entrance to this place.